How are you all doing? I got a story for you. I got a story to tell you. There's many stories, and I'm kind of pissed off, and I'm kind of upset. And I want you, after you hear my story, I want you to feel upset. I want you to understand about what goes on in this country and how my situation is your situation. You see, I'm just a country boy. I'm an ex-Navy veteran who's worked hard all his life and pretty smart when it comes to trading stocks. Today is a story about me, a stock, and corruption. Not necessarily in that order, but I want you to know what it's about, why we're here, where we're going, what's happening today. Today is February 21st, 2023, a time that is very valuable to everyone. But I've been in the medical field for 30 years plus. I'm a respiratory therapist. I can't work now because I refuse to take the vaccination. So, I'm on Social Security and my VA disability, but I trade stocks and have done so for quite some time, back when you had to pay commissions. So, here's the story. It's a story about two companies that came together. One, Metamaterials, and one MMT, which became an MMTLP deal, and Torchlight Oil and Gas Company. Metamaterials wanted to be on NASDAQ, so they figured out a way to do it. John Berta, the CEO, and George Palikaris, both CEOs, came together, one with one need, one with the other need. Me, as a respiratory therapist, I saw some of the products and some of the things that made me want to buy into that company. One was GlucoWise, a developing product that measures your blood sugar without a needle stick. Fast forward to the corruption, which has hurt everybody. October 7th, 2021. Well, two market makers, we believe one Ari Rubenstein, decided to trade my dividend. The dividend I got as an original shareholder of the merger between Metamaterials and Torchlight Resources. Now, all of a sudden, my shares started trading. And like many people, they saw money in their accounts for the first time. We don't know how that happened, whether they had to file a 211, whether a 15C or whatever, I don't know. But it was illegal, whatever they did. They forged stuff and did stuff without the approval of two CEOs. Now, fast forward. Now, this new thing, MMTLP, we all looked at it like, so 3.2 billion barrels of oil, 6.3 estimated trillion cubic feet of natural gas. Well, started watching a lot of informational videos, one by the bird lady, she called herself, Roller Pigeons. Very informative, very smart, very numbers wise. Everybody in this play did their due diligence. We did our homework. Take a mental note of that. We did our homework. If you don't, you're wrong for buying it. Anyhow, now then, here we go. The market makers thought, because they were trying to get out of short positions from the merger, that they would trade this and get out of it somehow, some way. Well, guess what? People started reading about the oil and the gas. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? People started buying MMTLP. They didn't plan for us to buy MMTLP. They didn't understand. People do their homework. We were on the right side of this play. Fast forward to July 2022. Metamaterials files a S1 to spin out our dividend to Nexbridge Hydrocarbons. Oh, cool. Guess what? The whole time, John Berta and Greg McCabe, they hated the shorts. I'm sure there was some reasoning why they were spinning off into a private company. Hello? Now, guess what? They filed 4 amendments to the S1. 4. The SEC approved all of them. FINRA approved them. FINRA is the problem. The DTCC is the problem. Besides, when this went to trade in October of 21, John Berta went to both the SEC and FINRA and said, why is this trading? Why is MMTLP trading on the open market? Because it was supposed to not be tradable per the merger S1. You figure, amazing how that corruption goes on. Now, here we go. The S1's filed for the spinoff for Nexbridge Hydrocarbons in July. 4 amendments later, it's approved by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The trap is set. Everyone knew on the planet the trap was set, because you can't have shorts in a trap in the trap. Okay, going into a private company, you can't have shorts in a private company. Okay, yes. So I'm pissed off. So we're gonna get to it, folks. Here we go. Now, December 8th was the last day of trading. December 14th was the distribution date. That left the 9th and the 12th for the shorts to close their positions and undo the corruption they had done for however a year, well over a year. Now, some estimates have this from being 300 billion to $1 billion naked shorts on this position. You say, well, what does that mean to me? Well, so that means to me that on December 9th, when we were supposed to trade, they were going to have to buy our shares back. They were going to have to buy all the long positions back. Guess what? And that would have been a squeeze, folks. A squeeze that would have cost them a ton. I said a ton of money. A ton of money. And now, it's day 72. Because guess what happened on the 9th of December, ladies and gentlemen? The FINRA criminals halted the stock. Now, you say, it's interesting that some of the same players that have been on the board of FINRA might be implicated as being the market makers that started this crap to begin with. Not only that, it's the same kind of market makers that destroy all small companies. Destroy them by shorting them into oblivion and bankrupting them. Good companies, companies that we need, companies that you and I might need a bio shot vaccine or something of the nature, but they don't care about that. All they care about is their greed. And this country needs those small companies. We don't need greed. And so the whole thing is despicable. It's un-American. It's not right. So they halted trading using a U3 halt on December 9th, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? We've been all this time, and guess what? Nobody wants to tell us anything. The brokers don't want to tell us anything. They don't want to transfer our shares. It doesn't matter what broker you use. They don't want us to trade, because guess what? They need those shares because they still have short positions that didn't get to reconcile on December 9th or the 12th. So they're stuck. And guess what? Here we go. We got 2 lawsuits. We have one by Rosa in Florida, one by Mr. Hoffman in California. Now, that brings in John Berta and Flamethrower and Wes Christian. So now that these are all the things going on. Now, you don't even begin to know the half of it. People in the community, some we were told, have committed suicide over this, folks, about it. I'm absolutely pissed. This is beyond reproach. Excuse me. People have lost houses. People have, because we knew the play. We were on the right side of the play. We knew what was going on. Now we want you to know what's going on. You, the general public, who's got 401ks and who's got IRAs, because these folks just don't stop with MMTLP and Next Bridge Hydrocarbons. They want in your retirement, folks. They want to short those stocks so they can get their bottom dollar with their little greedy self and sit out there and enjoy the sun and the golf course and the yacht and what Lamborghini they're going to buy. And you know what? While we, the American investor, retail investor, sits at home and we're stuck in this limbo with this trade, with this ordeal. For what? Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They're going to have to pay us billions with a B. Billions? Did you say billions? Oh, yeah, I said billions. Billions with a B. And you know, what really sucks is people that did the right thing are hurting. We're in financial turmoil, all because we're in this state of limbo, I guess was the only word I can use, where nobody wants to do anything and they just think we're gonna go away. Hello, we ain't going away, folks. I hate to tell you, we ain't going away. Nope. We have a community on Twitter. It's the MMTLP community. They're a great community. There are people from all walks of life who've been financially devastated by this corruption. It's the corruption that would affect America, ladies and gentlemen. It's affecting you when you don't even know it, because you think your little 401k is safe. You think your IRA is safe. They don't care. All they're worried about is the almighty dollar. The almighty dollar. And they can care about whether you have a payment on your house, a payment for your car, or whatever. They don't care. Sorry. That's the way it is. But guess what? We ain't going away. We ain't going to stop. And guess what? When we get our deal reconciled, when we get our deal made whole, whether it's through lawsuits, litigation, trading back, or whatever, we're here for you. We're here for you, the AMCs, the GMEs, the GTIIs, the CRTDs, the everybody, the small caps. We're here because this crap has to stop. This all has to come to an end, folks. Be aware. Think about what's going on in this country. Think about what's happening with your retirements and everything about it. I'm sad because I was a veteran, and I love my country, and I love the Constitution, and I love people's rights to have an opportunity. And when they're taken away because of corruption and people in FINRA and the SEC who does nothing about it. Oh yeah, here's the deal, folks. If you're a big major hedge fund and you made $100 billion and you get caught doing something wrong, guess what? Oh, you get $100,000 fine. Oh my goodness. That's just terrible, right? They know they're going to get a $100,000 fine. They know they're going to pick the phone up and call Gary Gensler down at the SEC, say, man, we didn't really mean to do that. We didn't really mean to do that. Could you go easy on us? Right. You hearing me, Gary Gensler, SEC, Are you hearing me, Congress? Are you hearing me, senators? Are you hearing me, congressmen? We got a problem. We got a major problem. You know, Houston, Wade, like Houston, we got a problem. Well, Houston knows we got a problem. Houston knows about it. Terry Yonkers knows about it. Smokey knows about it. And my community knows about it. And guess what, folks? We're fighting for you. We're fighting for the retail investor, no matter what stock you have, because the corruption has to stop. The naked shorts have to stop. Me, I love everybody, and I want this to be fixed for my country's sake, not just for the people in my community's sake, which they all need to be, because, you know, this is going on for long too many years, even since 2008. Guess what? Only one person went to jail. Bernie Madoff. Hello? One person went to jail. Nobody else went to jail. They've had opportunities to fix this problem. They don't enforce the laws. What is wrong with our country when we don't enforce regulations or laws? That's the number one problem. So, I just wanted to say thank you for watching. Understand, this is a major thing. It's similar to FTX with crypto. There was fake stuff in crypto. Well, we have fake shares. We have the whole lot is fake. They can't disseminate between the fake and the original. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Probably in those other small stocks, there's fake counterfeit shares too. And you know what? We're learning, technology's come a long way, and we're gonna expose you. If you're out there and you're watching and you're a hedge fund, we're gonna expose you. We're gonna get you. You may as well go ahead. Hey, you know what? Whistleblowers pay a lot of money. You know, pay that money. Be the honorable one. Be the one who thinks about your fellow countrymen and tell on the criminals and get paid for it. Millions. $5 million for one whistleblower. Guess what, folks? You can do it. Expose the criminals. Expose the crime. Help your country, because when all this shakes out and hopefully new laws and regulations come down the pike, guess what? It's gonna be like a nightmare for them criminals, and they're gonna be handing out orange jumpsuits. So hey, if you're Ari Rubenstein or anybody else that might be involved in it, you may want to go down and check those orange jumpsuit sizes out, because we're coming. Like one person said in my community, we're coming. We ain't and we're gonna keep on coming. We're gonna be like the damn Energizer Bunny. You know what? And guess what? The end, we will win. And you will win, because the country will be better for it. So, this is Michael Quattrone, ex-Navy corpsman, respiratory therapist, financially challenged like my brothers and sisters in this play are. So pick up the phone, call your congressman, call your senator, call the SEC, ask questions, be relentless. That's what I got to say. Be relentless, and don't stop. Don't never stop until